This is the plaintiff, Deshaun. He says the son pushed a shopping cart into his car while he sat in it in the parking lot of a shopping center. When he pointed out the damage, she said it was only a dent. No big deal. No big deal. Hello. That's his property. She had a flippant attitude about the damage her son caused, and then had the unmitigated gall to get in her car and drive off. Some people. He's suing for every penny of the $596.06 he's owed. These are the defendants, Jennifer and Wilfredo. Jennifer says the shopping cart got away from her son and it gently rolled into the plaintiff's bumper. It was a perfectly sunny day. There was no damage whatsoever to the plaintiff's car, and he's been trying to intimidate her ever since. Bottom line, this is a hustle because there's nothing wrong with his car. They're accused of carting the issue.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Douglas. Okay, everybody wants to be called by their first names. Deshaun?
Yes, that's me.
You are suing Jennifer and Wilfredo. And who's David? That's your 15-year-old son?
18.
18-year-old son?
Yes.
How old are you?
Forever 21, no.
No, seriously.
I'm 40.
Oh my God, you look 20. You have power of attorney for David. You're suing them for $596.06. The amount to repair your Honda Accord because you say it was damaged as a result of David's negligence. Jennifer was the mother. Wilfredo is the owner of the car. Correct.
Yes.
Okay, what's going on? Come over here to this diagram and let us know how this happened.
Okay,
So you can pick a car to be you.
Okay.
Pick a car to be them, and we actually have a little shopping cart, because believe it or not, you are not my first rodeo.
Okay, so this is the person here. This is me here.
Uh-huh.
And this is the push cart. This is them.
Okay.
And so they came out
Okay,
of...
take that push cart and put it in their hands first before you do anything. All right. So show me kinetically with your hands like how this happened.
Okay, so I was getting off of work around 3, and I was sitting in my car, just waiting to just pull off.
Because you work there?
Yeah, I work.
Where do you work?
I work at a diner, Country Kitchen Diner, which is in Pelham Manor.
All right, and do you know where they had been based on the shopping cart?
Yeah, they was at BJ's, which is like over here in this direction.
Okay.
So they were loading their car at the time with groceries in the trunk, and I was sitting in my car. I witnessed the whole thing, and I see that they were finished putting groceries in their car, and all of a sudden, it was a young male who had a push cart, and he just pushed it really hard.
Just pushed it out of his way.
Yeah, pushed it out of his way.
Just pushed it out of his way.
With excessive force, and I was surprised, and because it's an open parking lot, there's cars, people are driving by. So he then pushes the car, and it goes all the way, and it hits my car right there.
And does it dent your car?
Yes.
May I see pictures of the dent?
These are all the photos.
Okay, thank you, sir.
What is that a picture of? Her car? Is it a Honda?
Yeah, she has a SUV.
Okay,
Honda.
so you took a picture of her license plate because that's very smart because you were worried that she would leave?
Yeah,
In fact, she did leave.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, so when did you take the picture of the license plate? As she was leaving or before?
It was actually, I had to stand behind the car and take it because she was trying to pull off at the moment, and I just took it really fast. I took like 2 pictures.
And this is a picture of her?
Yes.
Talking to you?
Yeah. And then that's when, once I backed away from behind her car, that's when she backed out and she left.
When you walked up to her car, what did you say?
Well, I told her, once I realized the damage, I told her, what happened? You guys just pushed the car to my car. You dented my car. And then she comes over, and then she's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know he pushed it that far. And then eventually she's just like, oh, well, it's not that serious. It's only a little dent, because I told her I was going to call the cops.
Yeah.
I said, we need to, to settle this, handle this right now. So she's like, oh, well, I'm going to, if you're really going to call the cops, it's only a little dent.
Right.
So then that's when I was like, okay, well, then that's when I took, the picture of her license plate. And then
what? And then she just took off when you said you were going to call the cops?
Yeah.
Did you call the cops?
I actually did, yes.
And they didn't charge her with leaving the scene of an accident? Because that's what you should have been charged with for leaving. Hello, look at me. That's what you should have been charged with for leaving. Why did you leave the scene of an accident?
Because he came out his car irate, and I felt threatened. He came out his car and said, "Oh."
So you immediately went to the police station, right?
No, I
Did you
didn't.
call the police station because
No,
you
I
felt so
didn't.
threatened? Really?
No.
It's not just because you wanted to get away with it then?
No.
Because that's what it's sounding like.
Not at all.
No, because when you really feel threatened, what you do then is you drive a few blocks, you call the cops, you say, "Listen, I just want to let you know I had a little accident, but the guy was crazy, and so I stepped away for my safety, but let me know when you guys are there and I'll go back." That's what an honest person would be doing. You just took off because you didn't know he was taking pictures of your license plate. I don't know how, because he's taking pictures of your face. So you got to imagine this guy's not stupid, right?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, when a shopping cart rolls into a car in a lot, is the last person to hold the cart always responsible, or is it just one of the risks you take when you go to a lot?
Absolutely responsible.
Why?
Absolutely, because it's rude not to do it.
Maybe rude, but is it something where you have to pay for the damage?
Absolutely. It would be, I would think it was negligence. They had the responsibility of returning the cart to the appropriate place. If they failed to do that and it caused damage to someone's vehicle or other property, they're responsible for the damages.
Well said. That was perfect going inside the courtroom.
So what is your defense?
Well, he was right about the cart being pushed. So, but there was another cart in an empty spot. So my son pushed the cart into the other cart.
Why?
To put them together.
You mean he attached one cart to the other cart?
Yeah, that was what he was tempting to do.
So did two carts hit your car?
Well, it was one, as I saw it. It was one cart.
So did two carts hit his car, are you saying?
No, the first cart that he pushed it into, that's the cart that hit his car.
Okay, that's your defense?
Yes.
How is that a defense? That wouldn't, let's assume everything you just said is truthful. How would that not be your son's fault?
I'm not disputing it not being his fault. What I'm disputing is his overreaction to it, and I left. I saw him take a...
Why would I believe in the overreaction when you're so dishonest you leave and don't call the police? I mean, let me tell you something. This happens to be a pet peeve of mine because it is the mark of a civilized society to give a hoot about the person next to you. And people who go to a shopping center and take a cart and push it out of their way or put it in the space next to them so nobody else can park in that space are the height of arrogance and self-centeredness. There are people whose job it is to go pick up the carts, yes. But part of your social contract to live in society is that you're not going to be an animal and you're not going to just push it out of your way and leave and make it somebody else's problem. You're going to take it and you're going to put it either to the shopping cart cozy that they have in the shopping center, because they usually have them in big shopping centers, or you're at least going to put it in a place where it doesn't inconvenience everybody else, like if there's a grassy area in between the two cars, something. Take it back to BJ's and at least put it on the side, something. But what it doesn't entail is the worst of all possible situations, which is to push it out of your way so that it hits another car. And even if you can't top that, I thought you couldn't top that, but you can. Because in your case, when that happens, you're not even contrite. You say it's not a big deal and you leave. Wilfredo, what is your relationship to her?
That's my daughter.
This cannot be her finest moment. Is this how you taught her?
No, this is not how I taught her, and she wasn't wrong. When she would have fear, she's gonna walk away.
That's fine. You know? Why aren't you paying for the damage? Do you want to see the damage to his car?
Sure.
Here we go. Here's the damage to his car. Because it's not like the guy's suing you for $4,000 in body work. He's suing you for $596. You're a grown man, so you've had body work done, so you know $596 isn't that much. Take a look at the dent. That's damage, right? Mm-hmm. Who's the lady there nodding with me?
I'd like to say something.
Who are you, though?
It's my wife.
Okay. So what would you do?
I would have paid it.
Okay. Now I want to hear from your wife, because your wife wants to say something. Go ahead. I'm dying to hear it. Okay. Switch, will you? Can you two switch? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. What I'd like to say is that we were never notified prior to the incident before it came to court. I believe had he notified us and attempted to get paid for it, we would have responded.
But you understand why he wouldn't
but he
attempt?
Didn't.
Hold on. You understand that he would call you if he had your number, but he didn't because she fled. He would call you if he had your insurance information or go through, but he couldn't because she fled. You know, the bottom line is she left. So what's it going to do? Send a smoke signal? No, I don't think so. We're done. $596.06.
I didn't get a chance to finish what I was going to say because...
Not really. What are you going to say?
Well, our insurance company did try to contact him
Great,
to
so don't worry about it.
compensate
I am
him.
issuing a judgment against you, and your
Okay,
insurance
that's fine.
company will foot the bill. It'll be perfect. That's what we buy insurance for. No worries. $596.06 verdict for the plaintiff.
Okay.
By the way, did you refuse to get paid by the insurance company who contacted you?
Well, the thing is, they told me that if it's not a a motor vehicle accident, because it was a push cart,
Exactly.
it's not a car.
Insurance doesn't cover that.
Exactly.
Thank
It's
you.
not a
Bye.
car with a car. It's a car.
Okay.
So.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Well, Jennifer and Wilfredo and their mom are coming out of the courtroom right now. Do you realize that technically this could be a criminal offense? I mean, you could be charged with fleeing from the scene of a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
I understand.
I mean, it could be really serious.
But it wasn't clarified that he was irate and he was dramatic and he was trying to get over.
Doesn't make any difference.
So.
You fled the scene. I mean, you could find yourself in jail. So this is a hard lesson for all of you to learn. You do have to pay it, and it's a real shame you drove off like that. Maybe you learned something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I hope you did learn something. Hope this won't happen to you again. Deshaun is on his way out of the courtroom. You got all dressed up to come to court today. I think you impressed the judge, but you did a good job.
Yeah, I did.
All right, you feel vindicated?
Yes, I
feel
do.
happy?
Yes.
You satisfied?
Yes.
Hope this doesn't happen to you again. All right?
Me neither.
Okay, good luck. Thank you so much. All right. Very interesting aspect of this case, Harvey. What do you think?
I'll say what she said.